Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, again, wherever you are in OOTP land. Welcome to the Monday stream. And I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. And I really hope your weather is better than we're having here in Alberta, Canada. As you can see, we are currently 6 degrees Fahrenheit. And yeah, again, I put it in the American unit because a lot of the viewers are American. 6 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's pretty cold for most of America. Again, getting some snow. This is kind of our third day of intermittent snow. So we are in full winter mode. And again, gotta pay some respect to the not everyone's favorite team. But hey, gotta give them the credit where it's due, and they were able to defeat the Phillies. Again, still waiting for my Jays, still waiting for them to creep into a postseason long-term series, and I kind of see them like the San Diego Padres, like just kind of on that edge of breaking out. Just got to get that pitching, that stable pitching. I think they got the hitting. So again, welcome guys. Hope you're doing well. If you're in Europe, it's like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., somewhere around there. And again, I do 3 streams, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Monday's always my shortest of the 3. Just a chance to get your feet wet a little bit and get a few drops along the way. And EVC, with his theme team stream, comes on later today about 3:30, I think, or maybe 1:30, somewhere around that ballpark. He will come on and do his theme team stream. Check it out. Puts a lot of work into it, creates slides, opens packs, all that kind of stuff. So you might want to check him out. All right. Not a lot of news, but I always kind of like to familiarize the new crowd with my stream. If this is the first time you're popping in, if you're from OOTP and you just realized that you can watch affiliates and get packs, well, hey, welcome. Welcome to my stream. I'm a relatively new streamer. I've been on the scene for about a month. I typically have done YouTube channels where I've covered a lot of OOTP content. In fact, I have over 100 OOTP 23 and 22 videos, mostly 23, including some tutorials on how you can start to become more successful in quick tournaments, the daily bronze or the quick bronze and the quick iron. So if you want to kind of get involved in tournaments to win more free packs, those would be kind of a good starting point. Really cheap to start your team. And again, if you can win 3 packs, 5 packs, 10 packs every day, great content to help build up a better team. I am so close on my YouTube channel, Simulation Gaming Digital Realities, so close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, and many of them are OOTP players, but I cover other content as well. So close, only I think 2 away now. I think I'm at 998, so really reaching out for that 1,000 mark. If you are a fan of OOTP, if you have a YouTube account, I'd love your support. I always put these streams up on YouTube about 12 hours, 24 hours after the fact, so you can always go back and check out. And if you checked out the last one, you'll notice I did my first giveaway. Yes, giveaways on Thursdays. And I think the winner of that giveaway is even here back again. I saw a comment, the real Teddy O was the first victor of that giveaway. So every Thursday pop in, and towards the end of the stream, there will be a giveaway. Speaking of the other content that I cover, just to kind of let you know, because you may get a notification if you're a follower that I'm live. Well, it might not be OOTP. It might be the other affiliate program I'm part of, and that is a collecting app known as LiQWYD. So again, you should see the little description pop up. If it's not OOTP, you won't get OOTP drops. So I'm just kind of doing a test run with this new app affiliate program with LiQWYD. Just a couple episodes for now. I may or may not continue LiQWYD episodes, but the second one is on Wednesday. The first one was this last Saturday. And the GULP community is just as awesome as this community, because when I was doing that stream, a GULP community member, Kid Cutter X3, gifted out 5 subs. I know Cubs fan received one of those gifted subs. Gorgo, I can't remember who else, but Paul, I can't remember the last part of the name. EVC, 5 people from the OOTP community got a gift sub. So thank you so much, Kid Cutter ×3. 2 really good communities. If you love collecting now in a digital world, go check out GULP or check out my stream on Wednesday, because I will have more giveaways. On Saturday, one of the giveaways was a couple Funko digital pops, because on GULP they have Funko for many different brands, and I gave out 2 digital Funko Pops. And GULP is a little different than most digital apps. Things are numbered, they're serialized. So they may do a drop with 500 Joey Votto Pops, and when you open one up, you get a random number out of 500. And once it sells out, then typically a second edition comes along, and then a third edition. So I did give out a couple Joey Votto Pops, a gold one and a regular one. And on Wednesday, giving out a few more things. I'm giving out a Giancarlo Stanton digital Funko Pop, number 10 out of 1,500. So really low number. Also a couple Nelson Cruz, Seattle Mariners Funko Pops. Again, the digital version, not the physical one. And hey, Cubs fan, yeah, I will be giving out a couple Cubs digital pops, Bote and Hamels, back when they were, I think these were released a few years ago, number 244 and number 50 out of 500. So again, if you want to try and pop in on Wednesday and win some of these digital pops, the James Paxton with the classic eagle, bird, bald eagle on his arm, who can't forget that? And those will be given away. Plus, I'll be giving away some GULP credit and a bunch of other things on the Wednesday stream. Same time, 11 Mountain, 1 p.m. Eastern. You do need a GULP account, though, to claim these prizes, because they're part of the GULP app. They would just be transferred over to your account. So again, you can check out GULP on the Google Play Store, on the Apple Store, or on the web. Very easy to find. Also this week on the GULP is Star Trek week. So my Wednesday episode is going to be themed around Star Trek, and GULP has a lot of Star Trek collectibles. They have a license with Star Trek and Paramount, so they come out with cards, and they come out with stickers, and they come out with pop figures, all again digital. But it's probably the best digital collecting site out there with Star Trek. But they have MLB, they have Panini with basketball, they have Man City with football. So they do have other sports as well, and other programs like Hello Kitty and the Care Bears and Neopets, Rick and Morty, a lot of different things on that collecting app. So again, if you are interested, check it out, download it. It's free to download. Of course, buying things on the app is going to cost money, but hey, if you tune in on Wednesday, you can win some credit and get some free stuff right there on the app. A little bit later, we will update our Get in the Game franchise. Yes, we are on year 1922, with some new players now in the game that were drafted last episode. If you want to get in the game, if you're not in the game yet, here's your chance. Fill out the Google form, and in our 1922 draft, I will add again some of you guys to the draft. All I ask is, if you're in the game already, don't fill out another one. We don't want a team of all the same kind of user. We want kind of a variety. Once your player retires in the franchise, then you get to fill out another one and be part of the game as well. So we'll see how long that series runs. I find it fun, and if I find it fun and you're in the game, you might have a little bit more interest in it too. Other news, what else do we got going on? Again, Thursday is the giveaway. 10,000 perfect points every Thursday that the wonderful OOTP team has allowed me to do as an affiliate. So again, once a week, that giveaway will happen. And followers, can they ever win? Thank you. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, all at the same time. And Fidden Nero, thank you as well for the just recent follow. Always means so much. I love producing content. I was a social studies history teacher for 30 years, recently stepped away from that and starting to fulfill some of the fun things I like to do, like making content. So started with YouTube and then moved over to Twitch when they made me an affiliate, because you can't give away stuff like this on YouTube. There is no kind of drop program there. All right, what else? Some news. Just this morning in the Discord OOTP forum, Nicolino, the product manager of Perfect Team, released a couple of announcements. Here's the first one here. So if you play a lot of tournaments and perfect drafts, again, choice packs, some information about choice packs now. So pretty cool. They're upping their game a little bit. So now the prizes won't just be the standard tournament card as it has been, but you may have a choice depending on the tournament of your winning card. So pretty cool. He announced that. The other thing, maybe a little bit more controversial, that came out about an hour ago. If you haven't seen it, Nicolino said, everyone, we're removing the PTCS daily and weekly tournaments as we continue to review the capabilities of this format. We are aware of the issue of the roster restriction, and we're looking into a path that the communicated restrictions can be used for Saturday. Please be patient as we investigate, and we will communicate with you as we have more information. So if you play the weekly or the daily tournaments, going to be some changes there. And Nicolino, the wonderful, awesome product manager of OOTP, will keep us updated. So that is all kind of the news for this Monday. Hope you did well in your Sunday championship, playoffs, avoiding relegation, whatever it might be. I'll give you an update in just a minute here how my two teams did. And the World Series, the Perfect Team World Series, went down to LiQWYD and his Castro Mashers, is it? And I can't remember the second team. I had it and then I lost it. But that second team, who was the underdog in the series, defeated LiQWYD and his shiny new Perfect Jackie Robinson. So wonderful managing by the winner and LiQWYD to make the finals. Good luck this week for those of you that are pushing for a playoff berth. All right, let me flip over to this one here and again take a look at how we finished, because I can't go into the game and show you this same screen. So I just screenshotted it yesterday. The Rocky Mountain Gladiators, right here is a little logo on the far left side, right above the P. We lost in the wild card in Diamond. So it was better than I expected. We made the playoffs. That's a victory. Extremely happy with that. So the winner of this Diamond, you'll notice we have two Mr. Audit teams, the Okers and the Balking Dead, who made it to the semis. And then the Balking Dead went on to the finals and won in 7 games. So Balking Dead, I think that's the 3rd Diamond Championship, 3rd time promoted to Perfect Team. Great manager, great analysis and skills, and knows how to work things with the players that he has. So congrats to the Balking Dead of winning my Diamond League and going back to Perfect. The Jim Unknown Blue Jays, little different story. We are in Diamond in that with that team as well. And you'll see that we finished with an 80 and 82 record, which means we didn't quite make the playoffs, but we didn't get relegated. That's a win. First time they've been in Diamond ever, as they've quickly worked their way up the ranks. And now we'll continue with the less talented team of the two. They will continue in the Diamond League. So if any of you guys won a championship, if any of you guys got promoted, put it in the chat. Let me know, how did your teams do in the Sunday playdowns? Congrats to all those that went up to Perfect Team. Still looking for that first time. Still trying to get there at least once. Been to the finals 2 times. Lost both. I remember them really well, but yeah, keep on trying. All right, I want to kind of start with the perfect drafts. Your brother is the El Paso team. Hey, was the El Paso team, let me go back to that. Oh, so you beat your brother in the semifinals. Cool. And I can't quite see who the other semifinalist is that beat your Okers, but that's the team that you beat in 7 games. So that was a close. I was watching that one, Mr. Audit, and you were up, and then they came back, and then you were up 3-2, and then they tied it, and it went to that 7th game. So congrats, good luck in Perfect Team. Bring home one of those championships, one of those cool trophies. Very, very cool piece to have in your collection. Bridav 00, my main, lost 4-3 in Game 7 of the Diamond Finals. Oh, here I felt bad for losing twice in Diamond Finals, and you've done it 3 times in Game 7. Yeah, that's gotta sting. It's not as bad if you're behind in the series and make it a Game 7, but if you have the lead, like 3-2 or 3-1, and you lose, yeah, that stings a lot more. So I feel for you, I really do. But you'll get there. You'll get there. Keep on pushing. Keep on persisting. So again, Mr. Audit says, yeah, the 3 games I lost were all by 1 run. Yep. Cool. Excellent. So I'm glad that I'm not sure what league I'm in yet. I haven't checked for my teams, but I won't be with the Walking Dead this season. He was on the same side as my Gladiator team. And hey, we made the playoffs. It would have been cool to face him. Probably would have crushed me. But hey, one of these days I'm going to meet one of these elite teams in a finals and defeat them. And that will be my trophy. Not the physical one, but a feel-good kind of moment. All right, let's get back to the tournaments. This was the one that I entered on Thursday, and I can't remember who it was in chat. It might have been Bailey that said they had a team entered in the same tournament, the 1933 historical perfect draft. So I can't remember who that was, but the Gladiators lost in the first round. I thought we had a solid team, but we lost in 5 games, and you never know what happens. If we could have won Game 5, we could have went on a run. But the Bacalas beat us, and we didn't do as well as I thought we would do. So you were, Bailey, the Quito Mosquitoes. What a cool name, the Quito Mosquitoes. I gotta try and find. Is this you? You won? Bailey! Congratulations! What a cool moment right here live on stream. We find out that you beat, I think that's McNush's symbol there, McNush. You beat him to take the final. And what was your prize here? The Kid Gleason, the 1890 Kid Gleason. Yeah, I can't remember what that card is like, if it'll play for you, or if it's a card you're going to keep for missions, but way to go. Congratulations. Now, I'm going to spy on you because, hey, why not? I have that ability. My team, I went with pitchers that could hit because it is no designated hitter rule. So I thought that would make sense. So Smokey Joe Wood in batting, 333. Pretty good. Pretty good for a pitcher. And my second pitcher was Nicky Callahan. And he hit 167. Not as great. And then Donatrell Willis, who hit 250. So my pitchers as hitters, I'm okay with that. I didn't get on to put this as a 3-man rotation, which you can't do until the game starts, but I did have a 3-man rotation. And as you'll see, I played 5 games, but the bullpen got a total of 6 innings. So you don't need a heavy stud bullpen when you're playing 1933. You won 2 Kid Gleasons. Bailey, let's talk. Let's talk. 1 is cool. 2 is a little bit greedy. But congratulations. Wow. Were both of them the 1933 version? Or was one a different setup? Curious to know. As I have a sip of my Nespresso. Today's flavor, Colombian, with a little bit of maple cream flavoring and some butterscotch coffee syrup. Not brought to you by Yeti, the best coffee mug to keep your coffee warm. Oh wow, both were 1933 tournaments. Bailey, you are my new hero for tournament play, so that just means I am going to spy on you more. Okay, let's go and take a look at my hitters. They only played 5 games. Not a ton to evaluate. Really disappointing Jack Clark. Wow. 12 at bat, 16 plate appearances, not 1 hit. Jack Clark, I now know power and I probably are not a good 1933 combination. And I should have known that. BABIP is probably much more important. So what I like to do is kind of go to the batting ratings, look at contact. So here is a couple contact guys. 200 for LiQWYD. Martin, 312, good player. And Knapp, who I was conflicted about taking, 261. Biz, Negro League catcher, 385. He will be redrafted. And again, let's go spy on the winner. The Mosquitoes. The Mosquitoes. Cute, weren't they? Quito Mosquito. There they are. All right, let's rank by round here. This is a championship team. A Kid Gleason team. Dutch Leonard and Roy Parnell. Okay, 2 players, 2 older players, generational players. And Dutch hit 222 for you and was the finals MVP over McNush. Parnell, 286. Okay. And Madison Baumgartner. You went with him. He can hit. Okay, I see what you did. And he was your round 3 MVP. And his hitting stats, not that great. So he didn't really gain a lot hitting-wise from Baumgartner. Although he was a good pitcher for you. Aaron Judge, the 99 Judge, hit 338. Okay, here's an eye and power guy that did work, unlike Jack Clark. And Joe Mauer. You went with the 97 Joe Mauer, who hit 290. Okay. If they can hit, Bailey says it's a coincidence. Yeah, really, it is a crapshoot. I mean, you could draft a non-hitting rating pitcher and they could pop a few hits. And who is your third pitcher? So you had Leonard Baumgartner and probably Henry McHenry. What a cool name, Henry McHenry. And he hit 217 for you. And all the way down. Oh, you got Vern Steffens, the best tournament shortstop under a perfect, I think. So very good. And he probably hit pretty good. Oh, he only hit 250 for you. Okay, good in the field. Oh yeah, I like that Vern Steffens. Really good card. Really good tournament card. Let's take a look at how you set up your pitchers, because hey, you've got 116 eyes on you right now saying, hey, give me some advice, give me some tips, steal some information, laptop. And I hope Bailey doesn't mind. I'm sure he doesn't. He won 2 Kid Gleason cards. I think he's okay with it. Plus, anyone entered in the tournament can go back and look. So yeah, Leonard, Baumgartner, and McHenry. And look at this, guys. Look at this. He made it to the finals. I don't know how many games he played. I could find that out, but he made it to the finals. Looks like he played 22 games on the path to victory. Convincing victory. He had one big loss, but man, that team performed. 22 games, and his bullpen, one pitcher, played 3.2 innings. So these 4 pitchers didn't even get in the game in 22 games. A silver, a bronze, an iron, a bronze, and is that an iron? Another bronze. Goes to show when you play those older tournaments, don't waste picks on pitchers. You could probably, if it's 5 in the last round, you could probably take 5 iron pitchers because they're not going to play a lot. Whereas his starters, in terms of innings pitched, 63, 69, 59, heavy workload. All right, we're back. I almost made it in my talk to the ad. I think you missed half a sentence. That's all you missed. So congratulations, Bailey. Bailey, you don't have to give out obviously all your secrets because hey, you did really well. But do you use sliders in tournaments? Do you adjust them or do you leave them all as default? It's just one thing I'm curious about if you can win a lot of these tournaments without adjusting sliders. Gorgo, you're ready to sneak in a walk in the sunny weather? Gorgo. We need to talk. That's what it is in Edmonton, Alberta right now, Gorgo. So enjoy your walk. I will not be going for a walk. Maybe a little bit of shopping later indoors. But yeah, we are... What was that? In Fahrenheit. Yeah. And snow. Lovely. But hey, that's what you get when you live in Canada. Some of you said you want to visit Canada. Yeah. Maybe in the summertime. So enjoy your walk, Gorgo. Ghost me all you want. Get your packs. Have a wonderful day. Great stream yesterday by Gorgo. And Gorgo is on again Wednesday, where he'll be ripping some packs for his teams. I haven't checked, Gorgo, if we are in the same league yet. We'll check that out soon. Really curious if we're back in Diamond together. All right, so here we are. We're going to go and do another 1933. When you lose in the first round, get back on that horse. Give it another shot. So we are going to draft what I think might work. All right, and I'm going to if I see players that Bailey used, hey, I might draft them. We'll see. All right, round number 1. We've got, come on, OOTP. There we go. Paul Hines, Shoeless Joe. Okay. Now, Bailey, in your own mind, as I'm drafting, don't say it after every round, but once we're done, give me either this or this. Like the Gladiators, right? In the old Gladiator days, it'd be like, nope, off with his head, or he survives another battle. So I'm going to take Shoeless Joe, the tournament Shoeless Joe. I really like this card. High BABIP, high gap power. I think we'll play in 1933. And let me check out Stu Miller here. Oops, ratings. No, not going to take him. Don't like his control, and he can't hit. So that means Paul Hines. Again, another old school player, high BABIP, high gap power. So I've got 2 BABIP gap power perfect cards. Next. Cam Jackson. And Bailey, by global settings, this is 1933. So this is the exact same draft, the Daily Double Historical 33. Let's see if it shows me what I can win here. No, I can't. I'll have to look at that later. Bailey, when you say global settings, do you mean one of the predetermined ones like sabermetric, small ball, those ones that you use when you do tournaments, or your own created global setting? Travis Jackson. I think I need a pitcher for sure. He can avoid strikeouts. That's about it. But I'm going to take him. Atlee Hammaker. And I've got left field. Joe can play right if I need it. Paul is only center. Willie Cam, really good defense. For his hitting, avoid Ks and gap power. Can run a little bit. Really good third baseman. Or a catcher. This is a bad round. In my opinion, this is a bad round. But I'm going to go, I think, Travis Jackson. Yeah. All right. 4 down. And if you guys haven't ever played tournaments, they're free. You get to run 2 at any given time, and you can win great cards that you can use in league play. I'd normally draft Al Holland in a modern league setting, but because he might only pitch 3 innings, I'm not going to take him. Pfeffer is on the team, and ugly Tournament Suzuki. I don't like any of my other choices here. I could move Shoeless Joe to right and take George Foster. Or do I go with the speed of Ichiro? Contact. Shoeless Joe, if I move you to right, how much does that affect you? Not too much. All right. We'll go Shoeless Joe to right. Foster and Pfeffer. Bailey's going, you should have taken Ichiro. Should have taken him. Okay, a 1962 pitcher. Can he hit? Nope, not well. And Fritz, can Fritz hit? Not bad. That is an option. I don't know what else is coming up in gold. I only need 2 more. So I'm going to take him just because I don't like the other choices. And Mr. Salmon as a DH. Hank Aaron as a DH. Judy Johnson. Some utility. Yeah, this is an ugly round as well. I think I'm going to go Hank. No, I'm going to go Judy Johnson just because he has a little bit more utility. So Fritz and Judy. No, you make your own. Yeah, good. I was wondering because, yeah, the OOTP ones are good for basic settings, but yeah, have to create your own. All right, what do I need? A first base, a catcher, and a DH. First base, catcher, DH, and one more starter. And of course, I don't see any first base, catcher. There's Tito. And Robin Roberts. All right, I don't want to get stuck with a iron starter, so I better take Robin. If I do get 4, I can always use 1 as the stopper. Bob Bruce, how about you? What's your hitting like? I think Robin was a little bit better. Just a little bit. But as a pitcher, bad movement. Good movement. I'm going to go with Bob Bruce. Yeah, I don't like that movement. Although it is 1933. Yeah, we'll go with the better movement control guy. And after that, I don't know. Tito, I guess. Now let's go with my utility outfielder. P-Tail. From that kind of time era anyway. Still need a catcher. Still need a first base. There we go. Yogi is my catcher. And Pedro, I love how things just work out in a gold round like that. Jumbo Elliott? Nope. Warren Spahn? Look at that eye. One. A 1 eye with all these other ratings. That's fantastic. Yeah, I think that's what I got to go with here. Guerrero for sure, and Yogi. Although Greg Vaughn, I hate when I second guess myself. Bruce is better than Robin? Yeah. Sometimes I get fooled by the little trophy and I think, well, it's a tournament winning card. You got to take it. But yeah, Bruce, I didn't like that movement with Robin. Jim, got my center fielder extra. I like the George Kell card. I really like that card. He played all the way up through gold in my league. And Tony, yeah, nothing really jumping out here. I think I'm going to go with this backup shortstop. Last silver round. Okay, what am I looking for here? Another second baseman. Maybe another outfielder. Buck O'Neill can only play first. Darryl Strawberry off the bench. Can't play in the outfield. Be a good DH though. Got the power, but not the contact. Yeah, bad round here. Darryl and Boog. That was just finish the round and get on with it. Oh, I do have one more silver. Okay, Dick Egan for defense. Eddie Collins, I like that card too. It's not the peak Eddie Collins. I'm sure we'll get that. We've got to get our meta second baseman. And that's going to replace the Jackie and the, who else is meta? I guess Joe Morgan. We got to get a good Eddie Collins. That was the card last year. Last year in OOTP 22, there was Eddie Collins and then everyone else. There was a big gap between the top second baseman, and the next one. Cy Johnson, do I take you as a closer? Nope. Even though you probably won't get any at-bats. I'm struggling here, Bailey. I'm not getting guys that jump out at me. For Adam Jones, I've got 2 center fielders. Although, look at that defense in right. I got 2 right fielders. Although, Darryl won't play in the field. Yeah, guys, if you do play in tournaments, you come across these rounds that just stump you. Okay, Adam Jones. Okay, I can get my second catcher, but I want him to have decent ability. Take one of my bullpen guys, Connie Rector. Good in the outfield. Yeah, I'm gonna fly through these rounds and get on to some other things. Okay, outfield, done. Maybe one more utility infielder and a catcher. Utility infield and catcher. Moan, nah. Ugly. I like Von Hayes, but I've got... Well, you could play third and first too. Okay. And... take Ron Davis. 4 or 5. You still want to make sure you get at least 9 or 10 pitchers, because I'm not sure if the game will let you submit if you don't have enough pitchers. Dave LaRoche, I like you. Ooh, many center fielders. Brett Laurie at third. I know I've got a lot of outfielders, but you need a bench. And last one, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I might be in trouble. Better grab a couple pitchers. Yeah, 1 silver pitcher, so 3 above silver and then 1 silver one. Yeah, that's kind of what I like to do. There's my backup catcher. Actually, Lee is a better one. And no, I can't. I need pitchers. I forget. I think one of these guys could play catcher. Judy Johnson? Yes. Okay, Judy, you might have to catch even though you're not good at it. I need some pitchers. Iron pitchers are just gross. Unless you get Eddie Plank. All right, Ralph Judd and... yeah, guess we got to do that. Team is done. Let's see if it lets me submit with just 8. I go to 4. Move Connie there. Good. I don't want any setup. Will it let me? Yes. Okay. Wasn't sure if I could submit with only 8 pitchers. We will just auto the lineup here for now. All the positions are full. And I think we're good. So they might get a total of 3 to 6 innings total. And these guys will go the distance. Let's just see if we've got the right order here. Rector's my best hitter. Yeah, I can't sacrifice the better pitching just because he's a little better hitter. Bruce. And Maker's the worst of them. No, we'll leave it like that. There we go. They'll get a lot of action anyway in gameplay, so that is set. I think it is a full league from when I opened it up. And I can't remember who the winning card is for this one, but it might just be a Kid Nickel. It might be standard. Stopper 7th inning. Thank you. Some bonus advice by Bailey and his Quito Mosquitoes. Just want to check what tournament prize Lefty Gomez. Okay, so this is a Lefty Gomez, Mark Langston, Jeff Facero. So top 3 are going to be pitchers. Bailey, are you in this one? Are the Quito Mosquitoes back in 1933? All right, we are going to go back, get in the game. As I mentioned earlier, if you have not entered a player for this franchise, do so. Get in the game. And Bailey is in that tournament again. Let's meet up in the finals, Bailey. I'm going to really work on my sliders off stream, and we'll see if I can go a little further. I think in 1933 I've come second once. So we'll see. It's fun anyway. XX Hummus God XX. Thank you for the follow recently. Means a lot. Cheers. Coffee up to XX Hummus God XS. So again, if you're not in the game and you do want to participate, I will spam the Google form that you need to fill out. And then on Thursday, when we do the next draft, if there are some new players, we'll do the draft on stream. If not, we'll just have the CPU do it. Okay, so one thing I like to do is kind of give you an update on the players. Here we go, starting with the pitchers. We now have 6 pitchers in the game that were created by you guys. Some of them on the beginning of the game that were brought in, and then some from the last draft. So we've got all 3 of our recent draftees. Kratos War is in AAA with the Wichita River Sharks. And we've got Enzo Meow in AAA with the Wichita River Sharks. So the cat, Enzo, and Kratos are on the same team. All the other players are in the Get in the Game Baseball League. And let's take a look at our batters. The recently drafted ones, Phil Glover is starting off in AAA as a catcher, a really good defensive catcher. Alex Martinez starting off with the Amarillo Reds in AAA. Whoa, Peach Kings SMJ. Peach Kings SMJ. Thank you as well. You get a double shot. At some point, I'll have the fancy sounds and graphics and stuff for subscribers, but the good news is you don't have to watch the ads anymore. A bonus in itself. So thank you for subscribing with your Prime account. Yes, Prime. If you subscribe to Prime, Amazon, they give you a free subscription to any person that you want once per month. So pretty cool. Thank you for the sub. I think that is number 8 or 9 now, including the gifted ones from the weekend. Also drafted recently, EVC's Blaze Vaughn Brawls is starting in AA. He can't be happy about that. But this first baseman, he has been automatically converted to first through the gameplay. I believe he was drafted as a third baseman. So in AA, we've got Moki Kajadomo, starting with the Glendale Sun Sox in AAA, the magnificent Moki, and he has already played some games. Who else do we got? Regis Escoffier. Escoffier is starting in AAA with the Chesapeake Polecats as a left fielder, still developing. And Vince Whirlwind, Jags as they like to call him, is starting in AAA with a trap, trap steelheads, and he is a switch hitting outfielder. Long way to develop. So again, I did advance the game to the beginning of the regular season just to make sure all players were all on their assigned teams. In terms of news, last season, Slambino Jr. has won an award with his minor league team, the Amarillo Reds. So way to go. He was pitcher of the year, even though he came up to the majors. I guess he pitched enough to win that award. So again, we are in 1922. We've got two divisions with wild cards making the playoffs. So 4 teams will make the playoffs. We will sim a little bit up to the All-Star game. At least the announcement of the players. Very cool as I recognize some of the names on the leaderboard on the left in the AL, on the right in the NL. And when you do a franchise and it's bare bones like this, it sims really quickly. You don't have to wait too long. You could probably sim 20 seasons in one day if you really wanted to. Looks like the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox are leading the AL. And in the NL, we've got the Giants and the Robins. The Brooklyn Robins, of course, are defending champs. They won the league last year. And let's go and let's take a look at, first of all, our top prospects. So midway through 1922, we've got Vince Whirlwind as the number 2 overall prospect. A lot of development. I don't know if he's going to make it, but he is 19. If he was 22, I'd be more worried. He is starting off again in AAA, hitting .259. I don't think he'll be called up yet. He might have a full year in AAA. RB goes, go White Sox. The 1922 White Sox. Who else of our created players make the list? Blaze Von Brawls is the number 16th overall prospect. Long way to go. Still playing in AA, hitting .242. And defensively, good zone rating at 2.7. Again, his team decided to put him at first base. Drafted as a third baseman. Makes sense because his nickname is the Puzzler. I'm puzzled that he didn't stay at third. Let's take a look. In fact, he doesn't even have the third base positional rating anymore. Sorry, Blaze. They like you from New York as a first baseman. Alexander Martinez, our get in the game catcher, still in AAA. He is currently the number, or was he here, 22 overall prospect, and he is hitting .263. Off to a good start. Zone rating is positive, and he is fully developed now in avoid Ks. Look at that catcher ability. Look at that. Fielding stats. There we go. Interesting to see his throwout rating. Also in the top 100. Don't see any of our other created players for the hitters. And for the pitchers, Enzo Meow is the number 1 rated pitcher. even with that control. So he has made a little bit of an improvement. He has gone up a little bit in his ratings. He is currently in... Oh, he made it up to the Cardinals. All right, so on that note, Enzo, you moved up from Wichita up to St. Louis. You currently have a 5-10 record with a 485. So did they stunt your development by moving you up too early? That is the question. Always curious and asking questions. Isn't that what a cat would do? Great personality that it worked out for Enzo. Okay, he is the number 1 rated prospect pitcher, and Kratos Wars is number 7. Still in Wichita, 9-5, 487. He'll make his way up soon. But we're on to ad break number 2, guys. We'll come back. We'll do a little more game action. See you in just a minute. Unless you have Prime or a sub, you don't have to. We are back. Thank you once again for all of you tuning in. Over 150 people here. Really makes my day. Thank you for the follows, the subscriptions. If you're new to the stream, it's your first time here, I'm Laptop Hound. I run 2 teams, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators and the Jim Unknown Blue Jays. And I'm still working my way up. I'm in Diamond with both teams and still always trying to improve. Most of my content has been on YouTube. That's where I've started my kind of content creating career in the last few months. And again, just want to welcome everyone to the channel. The Monday stream is mainly dedicated to the Get in the Game franchise. And then the Tuesday, Thursday streams are more dedicated to Perfect Team. So a little bit of franchise stuff and then Perfect Team a lot on the other 2 days, with the occasional kind of perfect draft in there. So we left off looking at the prospects. Again, we have 2 pitcher prospects, number 1 and number 7. No other ones that were drafted here in the top 100. Nice to know, Kratos, you're above a young Sandy Koufax, although you are 2 years older. So future looks promising for you. Let's go and take a look at our player rankings and see if our already veterans are in the top positional rankings. So we have Roger Hornsby is the number 1 rated player in the game right now. He is 30 years old, so makes sense. Frank Finelli. Haven't seen this guy. Has he been in Perfect Team? I'm not familiar with that name. He is the number 2 player. Honus Wagner, number 3, 32 years old. And then we get to our created players. Ryan Sandberg, number 5 overall. Catcher, not very good eye. 4.5 rated player from Columbus, Indiana. Number 6, we have the Cat's brother, Cat Daddy. Maybe it's the Cat's father. 24 years old. And again, utility guy, catches, plays the outfield, has a lot of speed. And look at that, he's hitting 335 already. He's got a Gold Glove. He's got an All-Star appearance. And he has a championship with Brooklyn. He is the head of the class so far of our created players. Jackie Robinson, number 7, 32 years old. Mickey Mantle, 31. Ricky Henderson, a young Ricky Henderson, 23. And then our third player, Phil Glover, another catcher. Great defense. His fielding halfway through the year, a positive zone rating. Hitting 361 with these ratings. Wow. I would have said, looking at these ratings, how is he doing halfway through the year? I don't think we would have said 361. So fantastic start for the Giants. And then we have Bob Dyson, number 18th of all players. Great gap power, good home run power. Got a little bit more to develop, but he's 26 years old. Third baseman, hitting .272, and he has a championship with Brooklyn last season. Lee Sitch, number 19 overall with the New York Giants, still progressing. He is 26. Will he get a little higher in contact with avoid Ks? Maybe. Hitting .314 and no awards yet, but I'm sure those will come with the Giants. Top 20 pitchers in the game right now. Nick Charman. Look at that. He is a pitching stud from Edmonton, Alberta. Not my player. So Nick Charman has a couple awards, All-Star, and a championship with Brooklyn. Right now, he is currently 13-6. These guys pitched a lot back then with an ERA of 3.99. Hug Bailey, the number 3 overall pitcher in the game. He is currently at 11-11. No awards, 25 years old, little bit more room to develop. We'll see if he gets there. And Eddie Plank, Steve Carlton, Whitey Ford, Roger Clemens. So yeah, we have only 3, it looks like, no, maybe 2 created pitchers in the top 10. And we've got a handful of our hitters in the top 10. Good stuff. Let's quickly check out the All-Star. I think we got the All-Star. It'll continue one day. Let's see. All-Star game. Go. Schedule. All right, our NL All-Stars. Slam Bino Jr., congrats, you made it. You are the leadoff hitter. Jackie Robinson, George Grantham, Jim Tomei. This sounds like a Mr. Audit team here. Del Bissonette, Charlie Ferguson, Charlie Dexter, Jimmy Cooney, and Tony Meow making it as well. Nick Charman, created player, is one of the pitchers in the All-Star game. And in the bullpen, they just got one guy, Rube Waddell. Those are your NL All-Stars. For the AL, Ricky Henderson, Louis Arez, Rogers Hornsby, Frank Finelli, Pablo Sandoval, Irv Noren, Smokey Joe Wood, Dave Madigan, and Rocco Saltamacavelli is in the All-Star game. Congrats. Pitcher-wise, no created players are amongst the pitchers. So AL versus NL. Let's see how that turns out. Won't show me the results. Let's see if it puts it in the news here. Maybe because I don't operate a team, it won't show me the results of that. Let me try one other way. Go back. There we go. And the AL All-Stars with a 13-3 dominant victory. AL. We've got McKeon with the win, Richie with the save, Jason Bay, good Canadian boy out of BC, is the player of the game in the All-Star game. Our created players, did they play? Rocco Saltamacavelli, 2 hits, 2 RBIs. Great. And on the other side, Bino Jr. had 1 hit, 1 run. And Tony Meow, hitless in a 13-3 loss. Nick Charman started the game for the AL, only gave up 1 hit in 1 inning. And that was it for our created players. So congrats to our player creation here. And we'll just sim to the end of the month. And then we'll take a look at the leaderboard. And then it's time to do a little bit of perfect team in our last couple segments here. All right, on the leaderboard, let's start with the AL. Jason Bay, a 354 average. Mike Sweeney, 13 home runs. Don't see any created players over there or over here. Let's check out the NL. Tony Meow is third in the NL with a 348 average. And that's it. Not many of our created players amongst the elite on the leaderboard. If we go and we look at it combined to get a few more names on here. Tony Meow, Lee Sitch for home runs. Pino Jr. for on-base percentage. Tony Meow in slugging percentage and in on-base plus slugging. Pitching-wise, don't recognize any names over here from our players. So they've got a little work to do. Yeah, don't notice any of our pitchers here. All right, well, it's halfway through the season. We're going to leave that there halfway through. And again, maybe we'll come back on Thursday and finish out the year, do the new draft, or I might save the new draft till next Monday. We'll see. We'll see what's going on in Perfect Team. Let's go and make sure we are in our max tournaments. As Gorgo would say, Lap, you're wasting opportunities. There we go. Those are spammed. And now, first time this season, let's check out the Gladiators. Remember, I always start poorly on Mondays. I would not be surprised if I'm in a relegated position at this point in the season. And then it seems to pick up as my depth and maybe my pitching strategy starts to kick in. All right, we currently played Grover Beach and the Moment of Truth, the Rocky Mountain Gladiators and Diamond 354. 500. Looks like an interesting division. We are with the OK Landesknecht, the Kobe Crows, and the Seattle Green Wave. Now, it looks like, I'm not an expert on this, but sometimes leagues are understaffed. I've only got 4 teams in my division, which means the playoffs are a little bit different, I believe. So let's take a look overall. Yeah, this is the short league. Interesting. I haven't been in one of these before. So in my league, we've got the 7-1 Daisy Hill Beagles. Not bagels. Look at that. I've got my other team in the same Diamond League, 354. Whoa. Not sure if I want that because I'm competing with myself. But I don't have to go to a different screen now. I don't have to load up their game. They are 4-4. Same with us. Well, that's gonna be a new kink in the armor. 2 teams, same conference in Diamond. Interesting. Other familiar teams, I've heard the Oceano Otters. They've been to Perfect League twice, and they're 7-1. Early prediction. Final 4 team. And anyone else I'm familiar with? Not really. If any of you guys have a team in this league, let me know. Yeah, they don't look familiar. D. Boyer, I've heard that before, an E6 team. 1 gold championship, starting at 2-6. So yeah, this is going to be an interesting league. It's a short division content league of teams, and it is a league that both my teams are in. All we needed is, Mr. Audit's other team, the Mediocres, and Gorgo, and a few others that stream. That would have been cool. A streamer division. Okay, I've got some work to do with both teams. Mort Cooper is currently no earned runs. It's early, but let's take a look at the composition, because I did make a couple changes from Thursday. I am still using, and I thank you to Kidneys and to Snailman for allowing us to use their strategy. It's been really good for me. It's kept me in Diamond, and it's made the playoffs. So for me, that's a victory. 60 innings pitched maximum and 18 batters faced. I do use followers. I kind of mix it up throughout the year. Right now, Bullet Joe and Roy are followers. And yes, I still do use Bullet Joe, because if you look at his pitching, he was 16-5 last year with a 2.31 ERA as my number 4 guy. And last year he was an all-star. So I can't take him out of lineup. This strategy is working for him. 16-5. Also recently added Eddie Plank, Tex Houston. Again, I want lefties with movement based on my ballpark settings. And then I've got 13 pitchers. Because one thing Kidney said is you want to make sure you have 4 or 5 starters in the bullpen. And because the bullpen gets ravaged because they're used so much, because these guys are on low pitch counts. So this season I added the 13th pitcher. I had 12, I'm going 13. Because as Kidneys has also said, and I value his judgment, if you have batters on the bench that are not starting against either left or right, get rid of them and bring in another pitcher. Something like that, he said. So all of my batters except Pop Lloyd start somewhere. Pop Lloyd, though, is an exception because he backs up second, third, shortstop. So he's not just a one-dimensional positional player. He can play many positions. So I don't mind if he doesn't start anywhere. He's still going to get a lot of playing time. You'll see here 3 games started so far out of 8, hitting .364. So yes, my pitchers, Tug McGraw, Trevor Hoffman, I picked up recently. Finally got him. And 2 really good middle relief setup guys. Al Holland, who I pulled in a pack on stream, and Al Leiter. Very underrated pitcher. That's selling for, fairly cheap on the card shop. 46,000. I like Al Leiter. His stats don't really show it. 540 this year, but last year he was 209. And with Houston, when he played there, he was 264. So if you're looking for a reliever under 50,000, you might want to consider Al Leiter. Holland, I'm betting's a little bit more because he's a platinum player. In fact, he's not even on the card shop right now. No one's selling him. 61,000 for Holland. So I'm happy. I don't have Jerry Royce. I don't have Carl Hubble. I don't have the elite pitchers. But I think I'd really like one more really good lefty with high movement. So really kind of working on that. And in terms of the hitters, I just brought in on Sunday Ken Griffey Jr. He was on the card shop for 133. I put in an order of 125. And within 10 minutes, someone filled it. And right now it's 120. So if I would have waited a little longer, I would have got a 5,000 cheaper. And maybe some of you guys know what has caused his value to drop so much. Is it the new cards from Thursday? Is it, who is the big card from Thursday? The new Ted Williams that kind of made people decide to get rid of Griffey and use Williams instead? I'm curious because he was at 150, 170, 200,000 for a long time, and he's dropped. Soon he'll probably be at 100,000. Why do you think Griffey has dropped so much? Anyway, I needed him in the outfield. So my outfield now is Willie McCovey, Charleston, DiMaggio, Griffey Jr., Paul Hines, and King Kelly. Kelly primarily as a catcher. In fact, let's change that now. And McCovey is primarily as a first baseman. We'll change that. So these are the four guys I'm kind of running in the outfield. Hines versus the lefties, Griffey both sides, and Charleston, of course, both sides, higher up in the lineup. Brooks Robinson, Jackie Robinson, Tomei, McCovey, Killebrew kind of share first base and DH. Kelly and Cochran as my catchers, and Bullet Joe can hit once in a while if we need him. That is the diamond lineup for the Gladiators. There we go. 4 and 4. Well, since we can easily do it, let's very quickly go look at the other team. Jim Unknown Blue Jays, although I can't manage it as much because I don't run it on this account. Brown, Pedro Martinez, the good one. I think there'll be a better one still. Vida Blue, Jim McCormick. And then in the bullpen, I'm running 8. Hoffman, McGraw, Quiz. Little weaker team. Okay, because it started later in the cycle and it's free to play. So I don't have quite the same lineup, but it's still in diamond. It's tied with the Gladiators, 4 and 4. Hitter-wise, a lot of familiar names. Although the old Shoeless Joe, Boggs, Parnell, Tinker, this is kind of the level beyond the elite. We don't see the elite players here. I'm still using George Kell in diamond. He's hitting 378. Remember earlier I said, hey, this is a pretty good card. Look at that. 278, 298 in diamond, 302, 301 in gold. And then, of course, he did fairly well in the lower leagues. He's got a lot of awards all the way up. So if you're looking for a cheap diamond third base DH type of guy, go get yourself a George Kell. So that's kind of where they stand right now. Let's take a look at overall. Almost all single digits, which I like. We're first in base running. Adding Ken Griffey Jr. probably helped. Bad with our starters. And Jim Unknown. A lot of double digits. They're not as high in the team stat rankings. Their best is stolen bases. So I'm number 1 and 4 in stolen bases in this league. Oh, I do have a tied for first. Interesting. The Blue Jays are tied for first in errors. And the Gladiators are 14th in errors. Thank you, Cedar Lights 2. Thank you so much for the follow. A sip of the colder coffee now. Colombian maple syrup and butterscotch flavoring. All right, let us go to one of the favorite things that I like to do and one of the favorite things that you guys like to see streamers do. It is that time to open packs. Let's get some of these cards to finish missions, to help our team. We're only going to open on the Gladiator team today. We'll open some Jim Unknown Blue Jays tomorrow. But yes, let's open some packs. Wow, Bailey, you have 3 guys backing up that don't start? Yeah, and that's the beauty of this game. There's so many different strategies. I've used the one that I've learned from Snail and Kidney, and it's worked for me. So when it stops working, I'll go with something else. But if that's working for you, great. And are you, Bailey, are you in Perfect this week? Or are you in Diamond, your main team? Here we go, pack opening time. I don't have Call Your Shot. Sorry, we don't do that here. I can't do that here. But I'm going to get a Topps card and or a historical diamond. I feel this is the day. Topps or historical diamond. You're in Diamond, Bailey? Okay. We'll probably meet somewhere along the way. And thank goodness I don't have to use a timeout after the first pack. We've got a gold, and the gold is a Jose Alvarado. And as you guys know, when I stream and I get duplicates, I put them on sale. Here we go. Bare minimum if you need Alvarado. We'll open up about 50 packs today. A few before the break and a few after the break. Hopefully I can pull some cards you guys need. Have your card shop ready because it's competitive. I post something and it's gone. Faceless Charles. Does anyone want a Faceless Charles? No, I don't think so. And gold number 2. I think it's historical. I do. Yep. There we go. Bob Smith is a duplicate. Bob Smith is part of the CC2 War Mission, so that's a pretty good card, and part of the Rebirth Gold Mission. He is a duplicate. Lowest is 1267. I am going to give you the Costco special of $9.97, where things end in 97 because they're clearing them out at Costco. So if you want for less than half, you're getting 55% off the last 10 sales on Mr. Bob Smith, if that is your real name. Here we go. Let's put him on the market. Oh, it's invalid because it has to be at least 1,000. Well, then we go 1,097. Still half price. Okay, that's a decent card. 2 gold so far. And yeah, not much coming now. Catfish. Guess I should have checked him if he was a double. We are getting not much. This could be 2 streams in a row where the Gladiators get duds and not studs. Come on, we want the studs. And here we go. We've got a diamond. Remember, I called either a historical diamond or a Topps card. The suspense builds as I sip my coffee. And just like all good productions, we'll keep you in suspense. We'll flip it over after this ad break. We'll see you guys in a minute and a half. Last ad of the day is starting. See you in a bit. All right, we are back. Big apologies. I did not notice the lowest buy order on that gold was something that would have got it because of the price I put in. Well, someone got a good deal. Hopefully it was someone on stream, but yes, I have to double check lowest buy order before I post. Here I'm trying to give it for $9.99 and then kind of forgot about looking for the lowest buy order. So we're back to look at our diamond Thanks again for everyone for tuning in. We got about 10 more minutes left before we end off. So last chance to get those drops. And it is not the historical. It is a disappointment. But he is a duplicate. There are 7 of them at minimum. I'm just going to quick sell. He's not a popular card. Or someone's pulling a lot of them. Keep on going. Come on. Where is that tops? I haven't had a perfect in about 3 streams. So it's been about a week and a half since I pulled a perfect card. Gold number 3 is Uki. Uki should be a diamond. So 2299 is the lowest. He is part of 4 missions. So he is one of those valuable live cards. Lowest is 1300. I will put him on for 1301. So that's about 1,000 cheaper than the last 10 sales. So there you go. If you need Mookie for any of your missions, he is on the market. Live after live after live. Yeah. Not feeling it there. So we're going to call the timeout. And like I always like to do, I like to run to the card shop, put in what are some of those valuable cards or overpriced cards. 400,000 or more. See if we got any new ones here. Nolan Arenado from Topps Bunt. He is currently selling for about 350,000. Someone wants double that. 350 is fair. I think I saw Kidney's post that if you want to complete the Topps missions, all of them, it would cost you at the level 10, 5 million perfect points, which is about $3,000 to buy them. 3,000 American would buy you enough perfect points to finish the Topps mission. Yeah. I'm not going for Topps mission. Ernie Banks, this one we always see on here, 1.8 million. It's got a 200,000 last 10, overpriced. No one's paying that much. Dylan Cease, little higher value because he is a good pitcher, and 700,000 is close to fair. 350 is the biggest buy order. I think 500,000, 550 is a fair price. Remember, I think these are going to drop fairly quickly once the missions are done. Maybe, depending how they play, if they're meta players. Max Fried, more Topps Bunt. 380 average, selling for 2.2, and there is a selling war going on. Look at these guys undercut themselves. Okay, 370. I would say maybe again 500, 550 is a fair price. Andrew Jones, again a tournament player. Cheap. Hey, here we have a fair price. It's under level 10 by over 100,000. Now, there are a lot of good center fielders out there. So I don't think he would play better than maybe a Griffey Jr. or a Paul Hines, but it's a fair valued card. John Matlick, one of the pitchers I'm targeting. Once he goes down a little bit more, fair price. It's right at league value. So yeah, I don't blame the seller. It's fair price. Albert Pujols, the limited edition Pujols. Again, I think it's a fair price. It is a card you can't pull in packs anymore, so it's fair. And Babe Ruth. You got about 2 more weeks, 3 more weeks to get yourself a Babe Ruth in packs, because once Platinum 3 is done, he's gone out of packs. Very fair price. If I had this point, I'd go buy him. 400,000 cheaper. Very fair price to whoever's selling this Babe Ruth. at this point in time. And Mr. Williams, fair price. Here's a perfect picture, right in that range I said, 500 to 550,000. I'm surprised no one scooped him up yet, because that's a fair price. So yeah, we've got some good deals on there, and then we got some that are a little bit unusual, especially that Ernie Banks. All right, let's get back to it. Pack ripping. See if I can give you guys a few deals here. I'm not going to look too much into the bronze duplicates because most of you probably have those already. We'll focus on silver historicals or higher. I need Joe. Joe stays. I feel these are better vibes. Ah, yeah, good point. Ted Williams crushed the Ruth market. Because Williams and Ruth, both these big home run hitters, and Williams is better than Ruth. So those people that were playing Babe Ruth, I guess could still play him, but they could also sell him because they get Ted Williams. That's why I love when you're here, Bailey. You teach me lots. Give me some insight that I forget about. All right, we got a Bob Baylor iron. I don't have a duplicate, so I will keep him. Kevin Brown, one of my favorite players to pick and call your shot. I will sell him for 30. If you're still looking for that build a lineup, Kevin Brown. Really good bronze catcher in tournaments. Because in bronze quick tournaments, home run plays well. Power plays well. Future Legend, not a duplicate. That will stay. Not a lot of cards I can give you guys today. Wes Covington. We talked about him last stream. Gets crushed when he gets to higher levels. But in rookie, stone, maybe even iron, he can do pretty well. So if you're just starting out, maybe get yourself a Wes Covington. Not part of any missions yet. He might be in the future. Ted Strong, here's a bronze Negro League 1 player, part of 2 missions. 40 is the lowest. You get him for 33 if you want him. All right, we're going to run about 20 more packs. Still looking for the My Call a Shot, Historical Diamond or Topps card. I'd really like to know if Monday pull rates are different than other days. It always seems the dregs are on Monday. Really good card, Dick Monthel. Really good bronze card. He can catch, he can play the infield, and a card that you should make sure you get at some point. 52 is the lowest. You get him for 44 if you want him. I like that card in tournaments. Look at that. Catcher, first base, second, third, left, center, right. You could stick him on your bronze tournament and he could play pretty much every position. And steal bases. He's a good runner too. We have an announcement. PJ9248 would like everyone to know that last night he pulled 97 Louis Arez. Your third Topps pulled. I pulled 2 so far. And your best pull of the year. Okay? Finally, you're getting some amazing stuff. Well, you know why, PJ? Because you're subscribed to my channel. Oh no, you're following my channel. So you get that streamer pack luck, which I'm not getting today. Pat Caraway. If you need Pat Caraway, part of 2 missions, Submariners and Rebirth Silver Pitchers, no one's got a buy order in. 412 is the average. you get them for the Costco $2.97, over $100 off for Pat Caraway. Go get them. Silver historicals. Here's another one. Billy Goodman, Platinum 3. He is part of the Platinum 3 Golden series. I've only 9% completed this, but I have this card. 1486. 800 is the lowest. Triple digits. 999. Gotta make a little bit off of it. There you go. Billy Goodman. Someone's going to snap that up. Gold number 5 is okay, we're down. We're getting to the nitty gritty here. Last chance. I need Eckstein. I know that because I looked for him the other day. Gold number 7. Lowest possible price. If I could go lower on those, I would. 1001. No tax for you. Live. This is a stretch. Kind of like the 7th inning stretch. But it's just a short timeout. Just a short one. So that's 2 timeouts, and we're getting close to the end of pack ripping. What do we got? Another silver. Bobby Shantz, who I draft in tournaments sometimes. He is going on the market, guys. Part of Cooperstown 3 missions. No one's selling him. Unfortunately, here's a case where I have to go above level 10. If you want him, 3713. So it's above level 10, but it looks like it might be a hard card to get. On the market. That is a high-priced silver. Oh, Gorgo's back? Oh, well, then we're getting rid of this last time out right now. Gorgo's back. It hasn't asked me to update yet. So we're going through the whole disinfectant cleanup of bad vibes. We're getting out of the game and we're going back in fresh now that Gorgo is here. Because if you haven't watched Gorgo, Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, he tends to pull a lot of perfects. He's got connections with, well guys, what a wonderful way to end the stream. I only had a couple more packs to go and we've got our perfect. 70% chance it's live, 30% chance it's historical. If I could call my shot, John Matlick. That's the picture I've been looking for. We'll see you next episode. No. I would not do that to you guys. Yeah, Kershaw. Okay. Any other possibilities? Top Scherzer. I like you, Peach King. I like how you think. We got a Scherzer. We got a Kershaw. I'm calling John Matlick. Who would be the worst card? Wells. I pulled the Wells about a week and a half ago, Bailey. So hopefully not another one. Okay, let's do it. Monday perfect team is not the good one either. I think when we looked at the card shop, there was one for over 400,000. but it wasn't this one. So I do not keep my live perfects. I've already completed the 3 missions he's part of, so I'm going to put him on for bare minimum. The lowest sell order is 29, so I will put it on. And I always tend to sell these at bare minimum, so if you do want Arenado, he's there. Yes, that was a thud, but considering the other packs I had, 20,000 perfect points is nice. 3 to go. Hopefully one more. I've got 9 gold so far. Vaughn, I need. He is part of Platinum 3 missions. Good. And what do we got? Our 10th gold. 10th gold is going to be another 80. I swear I pulled 10 golds in stream and 7 have been 80 overall. And that's going to be a quick sell. 2 bonus packs. Just to see if we get on a roll here since we pulled a gold. Don't have that one yet. Can't sell them. And the last pack of the day will be a dud with a bunch of bronze. Well, guys, thank you for tuning in. I am back already tomorrow for another stream. More perfect team. We'll do a historical game sim. We've got 6 competitors so far. We're looking for number 7. We've got the 1901 Americans. We've got Gorgo's 1953 Reds that have won a game. So we'll look for our 7th winner tomorrow. More perfect team coverage. More updates, new cards, should be a new limited edition card tomorrow morning, and we will look at the Gym Unknown Blue Jays and open packs there. Thank you guys for sharing your Monday with me. Another stream has come to the end. It's time to turn out the lights in the Laptop Hound ballpark. Be kind to yourself and someone else today. It's a great day for baseball outside of Edmonton. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you next episode.